to African Teapot Podcast. My name is Exie and I'm your host. Journey with me through Africa's vast variety of culture, heritage, and discuss issues most African families face, both home and abroad. Make sure you add this podcast to your frequent podcast rotations, and don't forget to share and follow this podcast. Welcome back to another episode on African Teapot. Today's episode is titled Concerns When You Date or Marry a Single Parent. And this is a continuation of our single parenthood series that's going to be running for a couple of weeks. And as of last 2 episodes, we still have Winnie here, right?
Hello guys, I'm back. It's me again, your favorite
So it's
co-host.
us. Sorry for the background squeaking and everything. Like, you know, we're on the kitchen table trying to chat this thing out.
And drinking
and sipping some interesting
contents.
But today's topic, like I said, it's a continuation, and we have some questions that we are going to be answering, right? But before we do that, I think we should go ahead and share the story of Tunde from Nigeria. He did also write to the show, and I think you guys should listen to his story, and then we come back and answer the questions and chit chat about it.
Yep, sounds good to
Okay,
me.
so here it goes, guys. Hello, Exie. My name is Tunde from Nigeria, but I currently reside in Oklahoma in the United States. I am a single father to an amazing 3-year-old. The mother to my amazing daughter, and I have had a good co-parenting relationship all these years, but it took us a lot of work to get here. If you want to hear more about this, please let me know. But to keep everything short and sweet and straight to the point, our story started a few years ago where we met and hooked up at a spring break getaway party. She got pregnant. She sought me out and told me that we were expecting. Before we could all try to break down what was going on and figure out what to do with ourselves since we were both in school, she suddenly wanted to get married. Her family wanted us to get married, and my family also wanted us to get married. I felt nobody cared about our relationship or dynamic. Nobody cared if we knew each other or if we understood each other. I understand the responsibilities came as a result of the act that we took. I understand that it was irresponsible, but still at the same time, we already made a huge mistake. Should we keep on making more mistakes just to make that one mistake look like it was the right thing in the first place? Don't get me wrong, I am thankful for my daughter, and we are both thankful for her in our lives. To match up with current time, everyone has moved on. She is now in a relationship, mind you, for the past 2 years. And I am also in a relationship now for the past year. My family has gotten on board with this, and her family has gotten on board with this. Now here comes the twist. I have found someone and I'm ready to get married to her. But she is also a single mother. Now suddenly I am the villain and I'm being judged by everyone, including my baby's mother. She says that she's been with this new guy because she's just been waiting for me to make up my mind and come be with her and my daughter as a family. And I ask her this question. This guy I know, and he's good to our daughter, and I respect him. He has good plans for you. Why would you want to hurt him just because you want to be with me? And you know that we are not compatible as husband and wife. We may be great parents to our daughter, but not as husband and wife. Why ruin your relationship and ruin mine just because we want to get together and maybe will not work, and then we will not provide a stable environment for our daughter? She doesn't seem to understand this. Suddenly my family doesn't understand my choice, and her family doesn't understand my choice. Now it's bringing problems between me and my current girl that I so dearly want to get married to. Please share the story just to let people know the responsibilities of some of our actions, and let people know how difficult it can be dealing with the dynamics of parents, the moment you have a kid with someone. Thank you. And this is the big question that my family and her family have for me. What is the difference dating or marrying her versus marrying the girl that I currently want to marry? They seem not to understand I love this girl and she is supporting me the way I want to be supported, including my child and her child. Thank you, Exie, and I can't wait to hear you air this and have your feedback and the African Teapot feedback.
So, Winnie, that was another heavy story.
Yeah, and this is actually from a guy's perspective. So I'm like, okay.
For those of you who didn't listen to the last two, please go and listen to the last two episodes where we had the one from Thelma from Ghana. That was the female perspective. That's what Winnie is talking about.
Right.
So this one is from
Tunde.
Tunde.
Guys, from a guy's perspective. To me, oh Lord. I mean, actually, he sounds like a reasonable person to me.
Right.
But I know sometimes we females, I'm sorry females, I'm apologizing before I say what I want to say. I feel like sometimes a guy can be somebody who you can, okay, fine, something happened, you guys have a child, and maybe the guy is like, okay, I don't see you as a wife material. I know somebody will be like, well, but you gave me a child. But I'm like,
but it was not planned for.
It was not planned for it. So, and I know men are kind of like analytical people sometimes, and as you grow, your mind changes, and the way you're viewing points 5 years ago and now is different.
Obviously, because I think the kid is 3.
Yeah. So I feel like Tunde is kind of like trying to be like, hey girl, you met somebody, and I've seen this person is good to our daughter. So
and it's good fit for you.
For you. So I know.
We have a kid.
We have a kid, but it doesn't mean that we can be good husband and wife and, like you're saying, give the kid a house where it's like, okay, it's peaceful. Right. Because I'm like, I don't, and sometimes our culture just kind of like
marry the person that you have kids for.
You have kids for, but I'm like, I think that's, to me now, that's too old school to me, and somebody may or may not agree with me, but I feel like that's just like, hey, that's in the 1910. We're in the 21st century. I'm sorry, guys. If I had a situationship and I got a kid and the guy tells me, and the fact that this guy told me he doesn't want me, I would take that like, dude, I respect you for telling me that. Because there are some guys that drag you. Oh yeah, we have a child.
Facts.
You see,
facts.
I like the fact that he said, hey, we have a child.
That's a good one.
But guess what? I'm willing to be a good father, but I cannot be a good husband to you. How many men will tell you that right now in this damn age?
You know what? Is it my turn now?
Yes, it's your turn.
You are spitting facts. Exactly. You're spitting facts. And why I'm laughing, it's serious, guys. I'm not laughing because it's not serious. But it's like, for her, for her to say that she's with the guy she is with currently, mind you, is 2 years. You're with because you're waiting for Tunde. I'm like,
yes.
That's just selfish, wrong on so many levels, and just, that's so inconsiderate, guys. That's not nice. Ladies or any guys doing this kind of thing out there, that is not fair to whoever you're doing it to.
Exactly.
And you think you're cheating that person, you are not helping yourself. Because it means you never really dealt with the issues that you had with Tunde at the time that the issues were prevalent.
Yeah.
You pretended and made everybody move on.
Right.
And then now you want to break two people's hearts. Tunde should break the heart of this girl he really... three people. He's going to break the heart of this girl he really likes. Break his own heart. And then you break the heart of the guy that you're with. Mind you, this guy you're with is okay to date you and be with you
and
with your kid.
The stepfather of your child, right?
I mean, how some people have it blessed.
Yeah. Like, this is a guy, honestly, if this was the person, I'm like, I would date this guy. I'll be like, Tunde, thank you for telling me. I'm going to move on.
He's honest.
He's honest. And that's something that we lack in the society today. Now, this generation right now, nobody wants, is like, oh, playing games. I'm like, no.
It's so, Tunde, Keep being you. You are amazing.
You are one out of a millions.
And to her, I know you didn't really say it's not like he said she was a bad mom or anything.
I didn't hear that.
But you can tell he's nervous about the fact, it's like he's anticipating drama.
Right.
He felt there was no drama. He felt like for 3 years they have made so much progress. And he's moving on. And it showed that she has been in a relationship longer than he has.
And you see, and I like what he said, like, I like the way we are viewing this from a guy's perspective. You meet somebody, you want to marry, and then boom, there's a roadblock over baby mom. I'm sorry, I don't like to use baby mother. The mother of the child is now saying, no, I want you back. I want us to be together. No, I've told you clearly, I want you to move on. I'm going to be a father, take care of business, and whatever this child needs, both of us will be there as parents. But I cannot just be with you as husband and wife.
And guys, like he says, this should be a learning experience. This mad fun that we do lasts a long time and lasts for years. From both stories we've listened to, you can realize that something, maybe the previous story was, they had a lot of history. But you see how spring break, spring break, guys.
Brought a whole innocent human being.
You see how much baggage is coming from spring break. And that's what Tunde said. Like, we should be aware of the responsibilities that come after our actions. We have so many people living, I'm going to use this word for lack of a better word, careless sexual life, irresponsible sexual lives, because you're not thinking of the consequences, unfortunately. And because culturally now it's okay. It's okay to experiment your sexuality, it's okay. But when it comes to when a baby is involved or any other consequence, guess what? It's not okay, because now you have different parts moving. You have different people.
And this innocent human being, the child,
in the middle,
being brought in so many complicated. This child is innocent. She didn't ask to be born.
Guys, I feel bad for the guy that has been with her for 2 years.
Because the guy now is like,
that's crazy. And here you are. Your baby, the father to your kid has mad respect for your partner. Your partner has mad respect. You see, when it comes to guys, it's different. Respect goes across. But women, I don't know why. Why this drama?
Just to add on you too, and I feel like this, and sorry for, it may seem like I'm judging, but I'm just going to speak in general, just using his story. We females, sometimes we need to stop being selfish.
We need to
stop being. Yes, you went out there, had careless sex, you have a child, the child is there. We cannot change that.
No.
The kid is there.
It's there.
What you need to worry about is your own mental health. What are you doing after that? The guy already told you, and the child. You need this child, you need to set good examples.
And your family has moved on. Like, come on now, I need to sip, guys.
So I'm like, girl, you better move on.
Sip on that drink.
If not, let that guy go and just say, hey, I still have my own personal issues that I'm still dealing with. So I'm not ready for a marriage. I'm not ready for whatever it is. Like, give me time. But don't try and stop Tunde's stuff going on because you have some own personal things that you are still trying to figure out.
And listen, people, marriage, being the father to your child is not
a ticket to force a guy
to marriage.
Yes.
What you use or the things you use in choosing a life partner, that's a topic on its own. What you use to choose a life partner is not who is the father to your kid, because almost all men, I say almost because we have men who fall in different categories these days, but almost all men can impregnate women unless they have biological issues or unless, in modern day, gay and, transgenders and all of that. But 90% of men can impregnate you. But trust me, less than half are gonna get married, and you say they are great husbands. So you can have good fathers, not good husbands, and then for some people they are not good fathers and they are not good husbands. It's just that is why there has to be more responsibility in our sexual lives. Like, you just need to be more responsible.
Don't be going for looks, y'all.
Like I said, topic on its own. But anyways, Tunde, that was a teachable moment. Like, your story is just teachable because I think you're on the right path. So you just need to get on an understanding with her. You just need to talk to her, figure out somebody else to talk to her, bring this from a different perspective, let her get it. And make sure you center this around your child.
The child, right.
If it's around the child, I don't think any mother would want to use the kid like that when it comes down to it. Center it around the kid, and I think you may have a breakthrough there. That I don't know what else to say. And then for those of us listening, like he said, this is learn, guys.
Exactly.
Learn.
To listen to the rest of our conversation, tune in next week for part 2. Thank you for listening and hope you join me for the next episode. You can always reach us via email at africanteapot@gmail.com and follow us on Instagram at African_teapot.